Hello singles, Elsie here to do a reading for you. Happy weekend. I hope you're well. Thank you so much for clicking here. I'm here with a selection of oracle cards. We're going to throw down the oracles for the overall energy for you, and then we're going to pick up some tarot and we're going to get some details about what's going on in the oracles. How are you singles? This reading is for all signs, so it doesn't matter what your sign is, sun, moon, or rising. There may be something in this reading for you, and let's find out what is going on here, singles. Welcome here if you're brand new. If you'd like to stay, I also read weekly for all of the signs. So if you'd like to stay and take a look around, there's a subscription button down in the bottom right-hand corner if you are interested. Let's find out what is going on for the singles. What energy can you give me for singles, please? We've got Let It Shine. Card number 46, right? 46 is a 10, and 10s are about something new. Something new is about to begin here. You're in a new cycle. As I read this, we are actually in the new moon. The bottom of the deck here. We should always look at the bottom of the deck. It says, Electric Eel Spirit, bring your ideas to life. We'll leave that there and see if it makes a little more sense once we pull more cards. Let's talk more about you, singles. I'm going to call out the signs and the symbols so you know what's going on, and within that you will decide whether this is your reading or not. Okay, we've got abundance, which has fallen out here. Bottom of the deck we have standstill. Are things at a standstill for you right now? It feels like it is. That maybe you think that because things are quiet that things aren't progressing, but I feel like there is progress here. It's almost like we're in some sort of a calm before the storm, or this point before things start to move in the right directions, because abundance is here, and I feel like you're going to be letting your heart light shine soon. It says let it shine, the peacock spirit. It feels like there's going to be somebody here that you're not going to be able to ignore, and I don't think that you're going to try and ignore them. I feel like it's like they're going to show up and you're going to be like, wow, because the peacock, right? It's a royal bird, and it's got its fan is fanned, right? It's open on the card, and the heart light is showing here. Tell me more. We've got harmony. It says you are able to feel a loving, balanced connection within everything. So I feel like your heart is opening, or the heart chakra might be opening, and it feels a balance of abundance and harmony. It feels like somebody here is maybe ready to open themselves up to a new cycle, possibly of throwing their hat in the ring, maybe getting back into the dating thing. We've got peacefulness. It says you recognize that balance, kindness, and love brings calmness to your soul. Look, there's things that are at a standstill. So I feel like you are in this peaceful energy, sort of in the quiet or in the standstill, and I feel like you are ready to bring your ideas to life, or add a little bit of energy to whatever the cycle is that's showing up. One more card here and we'll get to some details with the tarot. Tell me more about the collective singles, please. We have balance. Look, everything is pointing to you being in a really good place right now, singles. It says, I bring a state of perfect harmony to my world, and I do so without judgment. Harmony is here. Abundance is here. I feel like you are in a cycle. It almost feels like somebody here is really very comfortable with being single, that I'm in a harmonious state. I'm in balance, and I'm not judging me, and I'm not judging others. I'm feeling really abundant. My heart is open to whatever might come. I feel like you're in the perfect energy to invite in something new. We've got adversity. It says, I accept that challenges are the best way to learn. So maybe things being in the standstill, or maybe you just haven't had any prospects at all for dating, or maybe you deleted all the apps and you're like, no thank you. But it feels like things are kind of at a standstill, and maybe that's the little bit of adversity that we're talking about here. Let's find out what is going on for the singles. Tell me about the singles, please. Tell me about singles. All right. Yes, you definitely are coming into a new cycle here. Oh, look at that. We've got the Lovers, and we have the Eight of Pentacles. I'm going to say that you've really been working on yourself, whoever you are. You might be a Virgo, maybe a Taurus, or a Capricorn. You could be a Gemini, maybe a Scorpio, a Taurus, an Aquarius, or a Leo. It feels like it's taken you a really long time to get to this place of harmony and balance and abundance. It feels like you've had some sort of a major shift in your life, and you're finally shifting into this place where things are going good or are about to go good. I feel like everything is on point right now, that your life is harmonious. And I think it's because you've been putting in a lot of work on yourself. The Eight of Pentacles is about self-mastery. So it's about taking care of yourself, taking care of your surroundings. It's about being the subject matter expert on you, but it's also about the harvest. Like it feels like, because the Seven of Pentacles is all the hard work that you're doing, and the Eight of Pentacles is now it's a little bit easier. I've done all the hard work. Now I can get into the combine and harvest, right? I don't have to go there picking them hand by hand. So I feel like you've already done all of the hard work, and now it's time to just watch everything grow and flourish. The Lovers is here. So it does feel like there is not only just somebody that you're going to meet here, but it feels like this person is your person. And this is going to happen as soon as you close the chapter of scarcity, of things not working for you. When we say the World card and we're flipping out of this energy of a chapter that we're never going back to, and you seem to be in harmonious energy, it feels like you've worked a lot of things out, or you've worked on yourself for quite some time. It feels like you are in a peaceful energy, but things are a little bit at a standstill. I feel like, every day it's like I was just picturing somebody, going into the beautiful sunroom and watering all the plants and making a cup of tea, and you have your routine, and I think that you're happy. I think that you are in balance and in harmony in your abundance. And so I feel like this World card is here telling me that something is ending, so that means something must begin. And what's beginning is, I feel like the universe is cooking something up for you here. We do have the Magician and the Queen of Pentacles. Yeah, it's kind of, this is the energy that I'm getting from the Eight of Pentacles. You can see the Queen of Pentacles is beautifully adorned, somebody who is taking care of the home, maybe working on an art project. It feels like you are creation, in your creative mode. I feel like you're taking really good care of yourself, that, you're somebody who eats well, maybe you exercise a little bit. It feels like you're really in this place of, in this creative space, and you're very solid and grounded, and things are stable for you. You're in a lot of balance. The Magician energy is here. I feel like some sort of magical love is about to show up for you. With the Magician and the World card, right? We have the World card being the shift or the end of a chapter, a cycle, a milestone, or an achievement. And the achievement is all of this beautiful energy that we see here. That now that you're harmoniously in balance, it's time to open your heart to love. I feel like it's the last piece of the puzzle for you singles. That's what it feels like. That things in your life are under control, and this is sort of the last piece of the puzzle. And it might be a little bit of adversity just to sit there in the stillness and wait for something to happen. But I just don't think that you're ready to run out there and go searching for somebody, for some of you. The Magician is the manifester. So the Magician waits until it arrives, right? I'm going to think about it, act as though I have it, use all the tools that have been given to me by the universe, and then I'm going to wait for transformation. So that's sort of what the Queen is about. The Queen plants her own garden, so the butterflies will come to her. So she doesn't have to go out catching butterflies, right? And this is somebody who is standing amongst vegetation with all the butterflies around them. So it does feel like you are in manifestation mode. Tell me more. We do have the Four of Wands. Yep, you're in a very stable place. I think this is the natural next step for you. I think this Four of Wands is the natural next step for you here. I feel like you've been spending time with friends, maybe having fun, but adorning your home, adorning yourself, really taking care of the house and the home. Like, I really feel like you've really put your mind to adorning things, making yourself beautiful, making your surroundings beautiful. Tell me about this Lovers card, please. We do have the Ten of Wands. You've left your burdens with this here. I was wondering if the Fool was going to show up. You've left your burdens. The Ten of Wands is touching with the World card. So I feel like what you've done is you've left your burdens in the past. And so it's then opened the door to a new chapter for you. We are in the new moon as I'm reading this here. We've had this new moon in Aries is also a partial solar eclipse that we had today. And this is the new cycle. For a lot of you, it's going to be setting the tone for many years to come. The Five of Cups here, it almost feels like, yeah, everything's perfect. Everything's perfect and in its place, right? Walking around, touching this, pushing that into, like, it feels like everything's perfect. And I feel like you're waiting for something to change here. And I think that the Fool is bringing in a love interest is what it looks like here. Tell me about the Lovers, please. Tell me more about the Lovers. I feel like this is the Five of Cups is telling me that you're sad that the only thing that you don't have in your life right now is a partner. And I think that you are ready for it. Like the Nine of Pentacles tells me you're confident, you look good, you've had a glow up, you take care of yourself, you've updated your look on the outside. Maybe you're taking really good care of your mental health on the inside. Possibly you have a business that's flourishing at this time. And yeah, the Nine of Pentacles, like you're looking the best that you ever have in this pre-Empress energy here. The Queen of Pentacles is also in pre-Empress energy, and you're waiting. Yeah, the Three of Wands is here. You're waiting for change. You're waiting for something to change, and I think something is about to change. I feel like this home that you've taken really good care of, and or this place, whatever it is that you call home, I feel like it's about to get more exciting. There's about to be an infusion of excitement and friends, and I feel like it's about to get a little more exciting because the Wheel of Fortune is here with your destiny, with change and expansion here. And it's all coming up with this Four of Wands. It's like you've done all the hard work now. Now it's like the calm before the storm. It's the standstill where you're just waiting in the peacefulness for something to change. Tell me about this Wheel of Fortune. We've got the Knight of Pentacles. It's something you've been waiting a really long time for. And there's the Two of Cups. I don't know that I can even write a story as good as this. So the Knight of Cups is here. I feel like you have been down a very slow moving strategic path, and it's taken you to a place of change now. I feel like you've done your best to make sure that you've gone over all the details. Everything is in its place. And I feel like this Two of Cups is ready to show up here. But I feel like it's a fear that you must face. It almost feels as if things are going too good at this time. It's a little bit of Chicken Little syndrome, right? The sky's falling, the sky's falling. What if somebody rips the carpet out from under me? I feel like what's changing is that I feel like this opportunity has almost reached you because the Two of Cups is here. The Strength card is here. And it almost feels like somebody here is trying to face their fears of being courageous. I feel like you really do want a partner, but you don't want to upset the balance, the harmony, the abundance. Like you don't want someone to come in who's going to try and take from you. You want someone to come in who's going to try and add to your life, right? The Strength card here, it feels like, the lion and the woman both have their eyes closed. And so it feels like you're feeling your way around in the dark a little bit, kind of trying to be courageous. That's what it feels like. Somebody here is poking their nose out the door to see if anybody's around. I don't know if I really want to go out there. Tell me about the Four of Wands here. We've got the Knight of Wands, the Moon, and the Seven of Swords. This is what your fear is right here. So the Seven of Swords is, but there's liars out there. There's people that just want this. They just want to hit it and quit it. People who aren't going to give me any stability, but they're willing to be in and out of my life. I feel like this is a fear that you have, that all you're going to meet are liars. You're going to meet people who are going to try and, give you no stability in your life. We do have the Three of Cups and the Four of Pentacles. So it feels like you're holding yourself back from being social or going out or meeting new people because you've created such a great structure in your life, right? The Hierophant is here, and it feels like you've learned some sort of really important lesson. In fact, we only get to the World card when we do reach this important place of a milestone of learning something in our lives. So I feel like you could be a Taurus. You could be Pisces, a Cancer. You could be dealing with someone in those energies as well. We've got Leo here. We've got Scorpio, Taurus, Aquarius, Leo, and Sagittarius. We've got Gemini and Aries. We've got more Aries here. Scorpio. So it does feel like there is, it feels like you want to have this romantic connection, but it's going to have to be really strategic because you've worked really hard to get your stability. You live in a comfortable way. You're on a path and you want someone to join you on the path. You don't want to have to change your path. It feels like you're sort of digging your heels in just a little bit, holding back from going to social places or going out with friends because my worry is I'm going to meet somebody who is in this energy. Let's just talk about who you might be meeting, who might be coming up here. So I feel like this is a fear that could be warranted based on old information, because that would be the only information that you have. However, we do have the Moon card, and that tells me that things are really not as they seem. So I feel like for you, this is a worry or this is a fear, but understand that you're the one that's in control of it all, right? You're the one that gets to say yes or no. You're the one that can decide who you let in your life and who you don't let in your life. Tell me about who this person is, possibly. Maybe if you can give us more energy about them. Tell us more about this person that the singles might be meeting, this new person. I think this is your destined person. We've got the Wheel of Fortune next to the lovers here. This feels like this is a destined connection. Tell me about the singles. This person could have Piscean energy. We've got abundance. So you might be seeing ones. And if you are seeing ones, you could be meeting a Pisces. You could be a Pisces and seeing these ones. I feel like there is a new chapter that's showing up here for you. And we do have cold as ice. So I feel like you're not open to it. I feel like you're open to it, but you're not open to it. Do you know what I mean? I feel like you've created such a beautiful life and a beautiful structure that it's peaceful. And although things feel like they could be at a standstill, I feel like in your mind you're ready, but your actions are not showing that. So because we saw at the bottom of the deck, we saw the Four of Pentacles and the Three of Cups, which is, holding back from going to social things and having fun. So your actions are not actually matching your whatever you're thinking here. So cold as ice tells me that that there's a new beginning coming, and maybe you want it, but you're not exactly sure if you're open to it. We do have in the next few weeks, someone new is coming into your energy. For some of you, you could be meeting your twin. And I don't want to really perpetuate that energy any more than this, but they might feel like a twin. Look, there are so very few twins on the earth. The chances of meeting your twin are probably thousands to one. And so it could be a twin flame. But this person, if they are, could end up being someone who is very sort of indifferent. Cold as ice to me is usually air signs. So to me, it's specifically the King of Swords. And so it feels like it could be someone who is a Libra, a Gemini, or an Aquarius, or possibly if this person is a twin, they could be someone who is quite standoffish, who is not really in their emotional energy. Do you know what I mean? We have light eyes, possibly, a business owner, and this person could possibly be in a relationship at this time. That might be why they're not giving you a lot of energy. And it doesn't mean that you can't date them. It means that currently they're in a relationship, and possibly you're just supposed to meet this person, get acquainted with this person, get to know this person. Maybe they're not going to be in a relationship for much longer. We have a major attraction, right? The only reason to tell us that this person is in a relationship right now is to explain as to why they might be cold as ice. We've got 6 material things. This person could have an earth energy with them. They could have dark hair and light eyes. So, dark hair, green eyes, something like that. They're really very confident. Bottom of the deck, we have somebody who's a homebody. So they could be someone who is earth energy, possibly. Maybe a Cancer. Cancers like to be home. But I feel like this is maybe a little bit of I feel like you can't meet anybody if you don't decide to get out there, if you keep holding yourself back just because you've built this structure. So I feel like your actions need to match your words, or your actions need to match what's in your head. For those of you who are wanting to meet someone, you really got to get out there and put yourself out there, which means, and I don't mean get on the dating apps. I mean, you can do that if you want, of course, but I mean, going to social situations, going to restaurants, maybe joining a ball team, joining, maybe meetup.com, or, where you can go and meet people face to face physically, because it is giving you some physical features. And I mean, you can see them on the apps, I suppose, but it does feel like this is someone that you might meet in the next few weeks for some of you that are on this cycle, and that this is someone new, a new energy that you've never met before. And they might be a twin or might feel like a twin. All right, I'm going to leave that right there. Thank you so much for being here and watching. I do appreciate you. I'm going to go for now, but of course I'll be back because I'm always back. You guys take care. Bye-bye.